Hello and welcome, this is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I'm sharing some fun, relatable cards using the new This Is Life collection from Spellbinders. Each one of these sets has dies as well as coordinating sentiments, usually 9 to 10 for each one of those sets. So there's a lot of selection to go around, and these sentiments are fantastic, perfect for just creating some fun cards about just everyday life. So we have the favorite side effect. That was the first one with the pill and the pill bottle. Then we have dumpster fire with that dumpster and the fire. And then the last one there is called Ugh. I'm going to start with the favorite side effect, and I have all my pieces die cut and ready to go, but I thought I'd do a little bit of ink blending around them with some interference inks just to add a touch of shimmer, so that when you tilt them into the light, they just catch the light a little bit. It is not a whole lot of color, so when you're looking at them, you don't see a whole lot of color, but it just gives them a little bit of shimmer that I think really suits them and just sets them or takes them to the next level, if you will. So I'm only doing a little bit of that ink blending around the edges just to get some of that interference color around the edges. Now I have a whole playlist on here where I'm using interference inks on different cards. I love to use them in several different ways. Here I'm just using them as if they were plain ink that has some shimmer to them. So I chose the ink color based on the color it was going to show up on white or light cardstock, but we're going to get the interference color that shows up on black or dark cardstock, because that will even shine on the lighter cardstock as well. So it just adds, again, that beautiful shimmer. For the eyes here, I have pieces die cut out of white and black, and it's intended to have a black iris and then the whites of the eyes. I realized here that I did it the wrong way, so I went off screen and die cut the pieces again. So that first way there is the wrong way. This way here is the right way. So there are two rectangles, but one has these little pieces die cut out of it. That is the piece that is intended to be die cut with black if you want to have black irises and then whites of the eye. If you want to get really creative, you can do it a different way, but this is the way to have normal looking eyes, if you will. So once I glue those two pieces together, I'm gluing them to the back of the die cuts. I'm using some Barely Art glue, and I have it in a fine line bottle. It works perfectly for gluing these little die cuts together. It also works great for assembling cards together. And the liquid glue gives you that little bit of wiggle room to move and shimmy things in place. So while I'm assembling, I'll share some of the sentiments from this set. We have, if only adulting came in chewable form, take 2 and text me in the morning. 1 a day keeps the nonsense away. You're my favorite side effect. Wish this pill came with a nap. Warning, may cause eye rolls. Another year, another pill. You've earned every ache. The one that I'm going to be using on this card is if you're happy and you know it, it's your pill. The next one, or last one, is now available in barely holding it together strength. So they're just funny sentiments that work with these die cuts, and just a great way to send someone a card and have a little bit of a laugh. So these die cuts are really easy to put together. I just used some Beeswax Cardstock for the pill bottle, white cardstock for the top, black cardstock for the arms and the legs, as well as one of the pieces of the eyes. Alabaster Cardstock for the pills that I'm gluing on the bottle right now. And then for the pill on the other side, I use some Poppy Cardstock for the red and Cosmic Sky Cardstock for the blue. But you can easily change up the colors to whatever you want them to be. You can have a lot of creative freedom with these. So here are those finished die cuts. Obviously, I didn't wait for one of those arms to completely dry before lifting it up, so I'll glue that back together a moment. But when I lift them up to the camera, you can see that little bit of shimmer that just catches the light when you tilt them, and I just love that effect on them. For my background, I didn't want to keep it completely plain, so I thought I'd use my Better Press system and use it on the back. I'm going to do some splatters on the background of this particular card. Now, in my planning and prepping, I had planned to do a completely different press plate, but I don't actually realize it until I get to the pressing or press plate for the second card. I realized that I used the wrong one in the first one. I actually like the way that this one turned out, but I had intended for something else, and I'll share that in just a little bit. I'm using some Regal Gray interference ink for the press plate for this. Yes, you can use interference inks on press plates. However, because interference inks have foam pads, they have a lot more give than regular pads. So there's a really good chance you're going to get interference around the outside edges on the base of your Better Press system. I like to just use a damp microfiber cloth and just clean up that ink just to make sure that it doesn't transfer to my paper when I put it through my die cutting machine. By using that Regal Gray, it looks gray, but when you tilt it into the light, it has a purple shimmer to it. So again, it just adds a different look, something to catch the eye, and it just adds a base to the pill and the pill bottle die cut that I'm going to be adding. I'm using the Cosmic Sky Cardstock for my mat. I trimmed that down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and my Better Pressed image piece there, I trimmed down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. With that background done, I'm ready to add my stamp to that background. And like I said, I chose the If You're Happy and You Know It, you know it's your pill. Again, any one of these sentiments is perfect with those die cuts, and really you could use them with other things as well if you wanted. And I love the fact that there's so many different sentiments in this set to coordinate with them. So there's a lot of choice there. I stamped it using my Misty stamping tool, and I stamped it a couple times using black Memento ink. Any ink will do. You could even use one of those interference inks. Again, you just want to be really careful to press lightly on the stamp or on a press plate, because that stamp pad or the ink pad has so much give to it. It's always easier to build up the ink than to accidentally get too much. Then you have to start all over again. So once I have that image stamped on there, or the sentiment stamped on there, I can assemble the base of my card, and then I'm ready to add my die cuts to the front there. And I'm using that same Bearly Art glue to glue that all together as well. It just works perfectly, and it's just so convenient to use. The great thing with liquid glue is it goes a long way as well. So one of the refill bottles lasts months and months and months. I want to say I've probably had it last about a year. I don't really pay that much of attention to it, but it's great to have a glue that lasts so long, and it sticks really well. I've never had anything fall apart ever with that glue. The only way to get it apart really after it started to set is to rip things apart. So the next card that I'm going to create, I'm using the Dumpster Fire set. So again, this set has the die cuts to create that little dumpster, as well as a fire to go in it. And then there are a bunch of different sentiments. So for this one here, there's 9 different sentiments. We have You're My Favorite Bad Idea, Slightly on Fire, but Absolutely Killing It, Everything is Fine if you ignore most of it, Your Meltdown is Safe with Me, Let's Skip Today and Try Again Tomorrow, Sending Warm Thoughts, like really warm, If You're Gonna Burn, Burn Brightly, At Least We're in This Together, and the one I'm going to be using for this card, Certified Hot Mess. So I have my dumpster die cut with the Cosmic Sky Cardstock with a few accents with the Cascade Cardstock. That's the light blue there. I also have some black or Raven cardstock used to die cut the wheels for that dumpster, as well as to go behind the eyes and mouth. And then there's a tiny little piece with white that goes inside the mouth there. Again, I want to do a little bit of ink blending on these ones, so I wanted to assemble that dumpster before doing the ink blending. For my flames, they're die cut out of Beeswax Cardstock, and I'm using some Sweet Treat interference ink to add that little bit of shimmer. On the orange flames, that's Carrot Cardstock, and I'm using some pumpkin spice. So that we're going to see mostly the orange, but when you tilt it in the light, it's going to have a little tiny bit of that purple shimmer to it. For the dumpster, I don't want it to have some shimmer. That doesn't make any sense in my opinion. So I'm using just some Hickory Smoke Distress ink to go around the outside just to make it a little bit dirty and grungy. And I realized I didn't mention the colors that I used for the interference colors for ink blending on those first pieces. So I used the Sweet Treat on the pill bottle. I used Cherry Bomb on the red cardstock, and then I used Sapphire Gold on the blue cardstock. So those are the ones that I used to add just a bit of shimmer. So here we have our dumpster done and ready to go, and these pieces glue together so quickly, they are assembled together so quickly, but they're a great way just to add that extra texture and dimension to the cards. So this is about the point where I realized I used the wrong, or the one that I hadn't intended to use on the first one. I'm using the same splatter press plate on the back one. I wanted to use this behind the dumpster. I thought it would add just a little bit of a fun shimmery glow. So I'm using Sweet Treat, that's the yellow color, but when you tilt in the light, it's going to have just a bit of pink interference to it. Then I'm adding a little bit of pumpkin spice towards the lower, I want to say 1/2 to 2/3, but I am using an ink blending brush just to soften any of those edges so I don't have any harsh ink pad lines on them. Then I put it right back through my Platinum 6 machine. Now, I do this regularly where I put things through multiple times, and that's why I have the yellow Best Ever craft tape around the outside of my Better Press system, just to make sure that those plates stay in exactly the same spot. So I know that when I put it through my die cutting machine a second time, I know it's going to press in exactly the same spot. Now that my press background is done, I'm going to trim that to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and I'm going to trim some more Cascade cardstock to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches before stamping my sentiment. And you can see that on my Cascade, or it's not Cascade, Cosmic Sky cardstock, I have my die cuts that I used for the image pieces for the fronts of my cards die cut into those pieces. My white pressed image or pressed background is going to go right on top of that. You're never going to know something was die cut out of it. So it's just a great way to extend your cardstock just a little bit. So with that background done, I'm ready to stamp my sentiment here, and I stamp it again with the black Memento ink. Any black ink would work, or you could use a different color ink, or you could even heat emboss it if you wanted. I want my focus to be on my die cuts, so I chose, for the first 2 cards anyways, I chose to just stamp them with some plain black ink. They work well with the black accents on the die cuts as well. And even black soot distress ink would totally work. I just always have my black Memento one sitting on my desk, so that's the one that's quickest and easiest to grab. Once I have that sentiment on there, I assemble my card and then add my die cut last. Now I left it like this with the shimmer interference on the background as well as on the flames. You could also add just a touch of stickles to the flames if you wanted to give them just a touch more sparkle. I didn't really want to go that far, although I do typically put that on my cards, but I figured I would just add that as a suggestion and just give you that idea. For the last card, I'm using the UGG Stampin' Die set. So I have the letters or the word die cut out of some Cosmic Sky cardstock, some Beeswax cardstock, and then the upper layer, I did it out of some Ruby Treasured cardstock. I did the glitter finish with it. I just thought it would be humorous to have the word UGG in like a shimmery glitter. You could obviously do it out of plain cardstock. That would absolutely work, but I always love adding just a little bit of extra texture, a little bit of extra shimmer, and I thought that was the perfect opportunity, as well as, in my mind, just the word itself was funny, having glitter to it. So I layered those on top of each other. Because they come out in 2 separate pieces, I did try to pay attention to how much I had overlapped so that you could see the same amount of shadow on both sides. For this card here, I'm using the script text background. This is one from Lisa Horton Crafts as well as Spellbinders. I love this as a background, and this is the one that I had intended to use on the very first card with the pill and the bottle, because I thought in my mind, I'm like, this kind of looks kind of chicken scratchy, like a prescription pad, if you will, or a prescription, if you will. Again, I didn't realize it until the second card, but that's okay. Both of them absolutely work. I just opted to use this with the third card because I hadn't used it, and I had it out. I really liked it and wanted to share what I had intended. So I did that background with the Regal Gray interference ink again. So it looks gray, but when you tilt in the light, you see just a little bit of that purple shimmer. And it just adds just something for the light to catch, as well as the glitter cardstock from the word UGG. I trimmed that down to 3 3/4 inches. I have my Cosmic Sky cardstock here trimmed to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I think for that background I only said part of it. 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So I glue both of those to my card base here. Then I'm going to glue on the letters. I have them on an angle. I just like the way it filled a little bit more space on the card. You could do them flat, or you could do a horizontal card if you wanted to have them take up most of that horizontal card. But this way I wasn't going to go over the outside edges of my text background. For my sentiments here, I'm going to choose one sentiment for the front, and I'm going to choose the because adulting is hard. And then I'm going to choose one for the inside, and I'm choosing let's pretend we have our lives together. There's also I get it, let's vent and eat carbs, let's cancel today, seriously, life's a lot, so here's a card, and yet here we are thriving-ish. Also spells hugs. So you can do UGG, also spells hug. And then send hope or cake and hang in there. Now, one thing that I didn't mention is all of these stamp sets I hadn't used before. So the one thing that I like to do anytime I have a new stamp set is use a white eraser, erase the stamping surface. It takes off any possible manufacturing residue. Now, for this card here, I thought I would stamp the sentiment on the background, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be too busy. It ends up being too busy, so I do redo it. I knew I had that plan B in the or on the side if it was too busy. You can see it, but I don't like that it's not super clear and crisp, so I will be changing that up. I'm using the Cherry Bomb interference ink for that front piece as well as the inside stamping, but again, I'm changing up the front. So by using that Cherry Bomb, I have just that little bit of shimmer on the inside of the card. So to change it up, I'm using a scrap of Hammermill Cardstock here. I put my stamp on there, and I'm going to heat emboss this using some Lumberjack Plaid Distress Glaze. It's a nice bright red. It's going to work well with the red glitter cardstock, but by embossing it, it's going to give it that extra bit of shine. Now, I could have tried, after I didn't like that front, I could have tried embossing it right on the front, but because I already had the card assembled together and with the glue layers between there, I didn't want to chance the fact that it could possibly buckle while I was embossing it. So by doing it on a separate piece of paper, I don't have to worry about that. So once I embossed it, I accidentally touched it too quickly before I had let that cool and dry. So you can't actually tell on camera, but I do smudge that embossing. So off screen, I did that a second time. And I'm using my guillotine trimmer in order to trim that down. I'm just going to trim a rectangle piece, and then I'm going to use some Cosmic Sky Cardstock to create a mat around it. That way it's going to be nice and clear on the background of my card. You're still going to see that printing around the pressed printing around the outside edges. However, the adulting is hard, or because adulting is hard sentiment, is just going to show up and be a little bit more prominent on the front of the card and not be as busy with the other text behind there. So once I have my sentiment trimmed down, I'm just using my guillotine trimmer to trim the mat as well. I glued it right onto a piece of, or a scrap piece of the Cosmic Sky Cardstock, and then I'm using that trimmer to try to make that mat as even as possible all the way around there. After putting it on the background of my glass mat, I realized that a couple of the borders was just a little bit too thick compared to some of the other ones. So I went back into my trimmer, trimmed those down yet again so that they were a little bit more even. Another option would be to measure the sentiment before or after it was trimmed, and then to cut a piece of the Cosmic Sky Cardstock just a little bit bigger, so then you could glue it onto a pre-cut piece. Then I glued it right over my stamp sentiment that's on the front of the card, and it definitely looks a whole lot better. That sub sentiment is a lot more prominent, and because of the mat, it just frames it really, really well, and it echoes the framing around the outside of the text piece on the background of the card. Then you open it up and we have our second sentiment on the inside. The other ones too, you could add a second sentiment on the inside. I didn't do it for this video, but that's also an option. Then we have our dumpster fire, which I think is absolutely adorable. I think he's just cute with that little face on him. And if you didn't want the face on him, you could omit that front piece and leave it without that and just have the dumpster with the fire. But I think that face just kind of makes it. Then we have our very first card with the pill bottle and the pill. Again, absolutely adorable cards. In my opinion, they're relatable and they're just fun, and they're just a great way to kind of poke fun at life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate all the time that you spend with me. I hope you have a fantastic day.